Hey, stupid babies, because you've been asking, and I'll put this up on Instagram as well at some point. We're on episode 2 of Adolescence.
How is it?
Instantly riveting.
What's it about?
I kind of don't want to tell you. And I don't want to tell you one of the reasons why it's so riveting, because we went in blind didn't know what it was about. We weren't too sure why it was going to be, kind of went in blind. Watch the first episode. I predict there's 2 reasons you'll be hooked. We could talk about it. A lot of people haven't watched it yet. You should.
Boobies?
DM me. We can talk about why. You'll know one of those things. Somebody had DM'd me and said, Rick, you need to watch it. It's elevative in every way. And they're right. It is. It's extremely good. And yes, it's because of the boobies. No, there's no boobies.
No boobs, I don't watch.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid X. I'm Corbin.
I'm Rick.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, more. Thank you everybody for on Patreon. Follow us video, like button.
It's so juicy.
Did you press something?
Well, it sounded like Ashley said it was so juicy, but she had something in her throat. At the same time, she went, it's so juicy.
No, you pressed the ha. That's one of your sounds.
Well, I love pressing the ha.
What?
Talked to my wife about it.
What does that mean? Welcome back. Today we got this is a song that dropped a few days ago.
It's a song.
Hottest indie Tamil track of the year, an explosive collab from Mystro, Amos, Paul, and Ahashi.
With the stunning Ishwarya Menon.
I think this is a standalone, so like
it's actual just a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Looked like a fishing vest.
They raided Ranveer's closet. I like his shirt.
I do too. Background girls killing it. Thank you for not having any of the white ladies. Just look at their faces. They're so involved. Her eyes in that shot look like Katrina Kaif. I love this fun little isolation choreography. Love the flute.
Nice.
Love that.
That was nice.
Really good. I got to point out something that I do this a lot of the time, but this is going to be a strange comparison at first because they're so different. But the dancers in this reminded me of the dancers in Abracadabra in this way. They knew the assignment, and they did it the way it was supposed to be done. So the dancers in Abracadabra are freaking off the charts.
Yes.
And the dancing in that is extremely difficult, and the energy they have to give out is insane, and everybody was in character. Exactly the same here. This song has a loosiness about it, so that everybody did their moves, but they're not supposed to really be in. It's not about synchronization. It's about the vibe they're giving off and the mood. Every single person in there was giving off the vibe. They felt it. It was just uniformly exactly what they all did what they were supposed to do. Shout out to background, man.
Has it always been common practice to put your best dancers up front and then your least strong dancers in the back?
Yep.
Has that always been like a...
Always. Same thing with singing. In a choir, you put your singers up front that are the strongest and closest to the mics, that have the strongest voices.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I did it in our 1 million celebration. We sent out like a blanket kind of call for dancers. If you're a stupid baby, I wanted to have.
And we had stupid babies that were dancers.
But then we also had 4 professional dancers and the choreographer brought those.
Who had no connection to us prior.
No.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are very, very successful now. Actually, I'm surprised we got them.
Yeah, they're
One of them was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, they're legit.
It's kind of crazy. But they did that as well. Obviously the professional dancers were in front, right behind us. And then they put the however they did it, but the strongest were in the front, the not as strong were in the back.
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
It's pretty typical.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, because they're featured.
Yeah.
So you put them in you put the featured dancers. You usually have a lead dancer as well. So you'll have the choreographer, and then you'll have a lead dancer as well. So that if someone has questions and they can't talk to the choreographer at that moment, they can talk to the lead dancer who knows the choreography and can help. It's very common.
Have you done professional dancing, like not in a musical? Like
yeah, outside of musical theater?
Yeah. Have you done it on like a music video? Have you done it on like a maybe like a performance?
Nope.
It's just been in musical theater, really?
Yeah, no, we did some stuff in high school where I was part of a group that did some dancing, and we just did a dance presentation in high school for the school, but that's high school, not professionally. The only dancing where I actually got paid to dance is musical theater stuff. And when I was in, which this is still musical theater, the 2 years that I did the Tim Conway show, and all we did was dance. It was like Dancing with the Stars. We were just the musical dance number on every show.
Yeah.
So we did a new dance number with new costumes. Sometimes it was ballroom, sometimes it was tap, sometimes it was a combination of both. But that was, again, I was an actor on a TV show.
Even tap
doing dance.
was only on musical?
Yeah, I did 6 or 7 years of tap once a week studying, but actual tapping for an audience.
Mm-hmm. It was only musical theater.
Well, yeah, it was only
Or on film.
the Tim Conway show for 2 years and the musical theater stuff that I did, because I've done quite a few musicals where I had to dance. Oddly, not a lot of tap. Chaplin, Scotty, and I tapped a lot in Chaplin.
Can he still tap, Scotty?
He can. What blew my mind about I didn't learn this until this past year. He told me, and it's funny because we both remember some of the choreography, so every once in a while we'll bust that out and we'll just do that little tap combo. I found out that son of a bitch never tapped before he came to Chaplin. He was on Broadway doing 9, and I guess they had never tapped.
9?
Yeah, there's a Broadway show called Nine.
The Daniel Day-Lewis one?
Yeah, they made a movie out of that musical. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
Who was better?
well, back then it was Raul Julia who played that character. But every one of us but Scott had a tap background. Chance Taylor was in it with me, and he did Tim Conway with me for 2 years. Chance was a freak. And we didn't do anything extraordinarily complex, but you had to have your basic understanding of, you had to do a single, double, triple time step. You needed to know shuffle off the buffalo. You needed to be able to do certain combinations that would come naturally to someone who's danced for 6-7 years. He learned it for the show. I never knew that. Same thing that boggled my mind with Dick Van Dyke. Did How to Eat Like a Child with Dick Van Dyke. We're doing our musical numbers, and we're on break in rehearsal. I'm sitting next to him. And I asked him, I said, when did you start tapping? And he said, I never did. I said, you never did? He said, oh, no, I just picked it up as I went along. I was never trained on how to dance. I remember saying to him, you didn't take tap lessons before you started? He said, no, I learned to tap for the things that I had to learn how to tap for.
Wild.
Isn't that wild? That's how talented that man is.
Still alive. Still kicking.
Still kicking, man.
Anyways, that was nice. Let us know what you thought about it and what other music videos we can react to down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never forget.